I'm going to show you how to quickly transform any Excel worksheet into a clean, polished, and a professional file by following a few simple formatting tips and tricks from a formatting checklist that I use. You can create your own Excel or Google Sheets checklist or take a look at mine available in my Etsy store. Start by choosing a clean, readable font. I have been liking 𝗟𝗲𝗿𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗦 lately. To see the entire worksheet while working, I will freeze panes. Next, add calculations for key performance indicators, KPIs, such as total sales or units sold. Then make sure your data units are set correctly. Convert dollar amounts to currency and specify decimal places. Set ratios like profit margins to percentages. Make sure quantities such as units, employee counts, or product returns are formatted as numbers, not currency. These formatting tips keeps your data clean and easily understood. Use wrapped text in your cells so everything stays visible and readable. Next, I will perform additional calculations like average price per unit and profit per product sold. I will also calculate product return rates and sales per employee. Then update the formatting for the rest of the data. At the bottom of the monthly data, I will add totals and copy them across. Remember that totals may not make sense for every metric. For example, profit margin, average price per unit, or total assets and liabilities are point-in-time values, not cumulative ones. For those KPIs, I will calculate averages instead and label the row clearly as total/average. Next quick formatting tip is to set the background to white fill to make the sheet look clean. Now I can add a splash of color to the row headings and bold the titles. I will add another row at the top to label and separate the data sections in the table. Above that, I will add one more row for the company name. Then update final formatting across the sheet. Another quick tip. Add some breathing space around your data by inserting one empty column on the left and one empty row at the top. Now it's starting to look much cleaner, but I can make it even better by adding borders around the data and separating different sections. For example, sales by product, sales by region, profitability, etc. For extra clarity, I will insert a narrow divider column between sections to make a more defined separation between data and easier to follow. Finally, if you need additional calculated KPIs such as the total equity, debt to equity ratio, or return on assets, create a small calculation table below your main data. Include ratio definitions as a reference so anyone reviewing your dashboard knows exactly what's being calculated and how. Then go ahead and perform the calculations. We already completed a number of optional formatting steps in this tutorial, but there are still a few more tricks you can use to make your worksheet look even better. You can follow along using the file I have included. The first tab has the original unformatted data, and the second tab shows the fully formatted version. You also have a starter checklist that you can build on for your own files. Let's go through the rest. The first thing I do is add a copy of the checklist directly to my file so it's customizable for that particular file and easily accessible. You can make your worksheet more readable by increasing row height or column width consistently. Go to Format, Row Height or Column Width to adjust these. Then consistently change the alignment of your text and numbers where it makes sense. This alone improves readability a lot. Another trick is to add a small indent between the border and the text for some breathing room. You can do this under Format Cells Alignment. A formatting tool that many people overlook is cell styles, myself included. If you find yourself formatting cells the same way over and over, select a cell that already has the formatting you want, then go to Home, Cell Styles, New Cell Style. Give it a name and save it. Now you can select any unformatted cell and apply that saved style instantly. Here's another quick tip. If you go to Page Layout, Colors, and select any custom or Microsoft color palette, those theme colors will now show up as a quick access choice under Fill and Text Colors. If you update your manual colors to system colors, those colors will change automatically when you switch to a different color palette. So next time, instead of choosing manual colors, consider using theme or Excel palette colors, as they give you flexibility later. If you have a table with a lot of numbers, it's hard to spot highs, lows, and outliers. To give viewer quick visual cues, use conditional formatting such as the top, bottom rules, or data bars. This helps key metrics stand out right away. Another item on my checklist is simple but often ignored: spell check and proofread your worksheet. We do it in Word or Google Docs, but rarely in Excel. Also, make sure your tab names are clear and the file itself isn't named something generic like Excel file. A clear name helps you find it later and gives context to anyone else using the file. A big item many people overlook is how the file prints. If I print my medium-sized table right now, it goes onto 15 pages with empty pages, cut-off tables, and missing headers. To check this, go to Page Break Preview in the bottom right corner next to the Zoom slider. To set up a clean print layout, pick an orientation. I will use landscape since my table is wider than taller. Then select the print area. The easiest way is to start at the bottom right cell of your data, then hold Shift plus Command on Mac or Control on PC, then use the arrow keys until you select to the first top cell. Then go to Page Layout, Print Area, and set the print area to avoid printing many blank pages. Then go to Page Setup and add your header and footer, such as the file name and page number. This really helps when printing multiple page worksheets. Under the Page tab, you can force the sheet to fit on one page. And under the Sheet tab, you can repeat specific row or column headings on every printed page, and also choose whether to show grid lines. The page order is also important. Decide whether the data should print down first or across first, depending on your table setup. After fixing all of this, my worksheet now prints on 3 pages instead of 15. I can also force it to scale to 1 page if needed. And it's always a good idea to save as PDF first to double-check layout before wasting ink or paper. Up until now, all the formatting we did was manual, as our data is a regular Excel range. If you're short on time, you can turn your data into an Excel table. Select your data, then go to Insert Table. With a table, you automatically get alternating row colors, easy filtering for your data, and quick color changing using themes and palettes. Tables adjust instantly when you switch the color themes, which saves you a lot of time. One more tip I use all the time is to add quality checks throughout my worksheets. This helps catch major mistakes early. For example, I will set up a QC to check whether my total sales by product equals my total sales by region, or whether the net profit equals total sales minus all the total expenses. You'll be surprised how often these simple checks catch major errors. At this point, the worksheet looks professional, clear, and easy to read. A huge improvement from where we started. You can create your own checklist like mine and use it to format your large worksheets. Some of these steps are optional, but they all will help bring your files up to professional, business-level quality and make you look like a pro. Thanks so much for watching.